Wow. Genesis. What's up, everybody? 916 Reactions. My name is Darren, and you're back here again with us. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And I'm just going to get to it. We're doing Genesis, the knife. I just did a reaction for Genesis, Firth of Firth, and I just Googled a random song just to see what it was about. Something within my time limit that I'm willing to listen to right now before I get to know a band. So after being thoroughly impressed with that, I just Googled what is their most famous song, and this is The Knife. And I'm sure there's people who will disagree with me and say there's a lot better songs, but let me just start dipping my feet in the water, getting my toes in the water to see what this is about. Like I said before, I know Phil Collins and Peter Gabriel are in this. I was super impressed with the bass player on Firth of Firth, or at least the tone of his bass. It was just crazy. Everything about what I heard on that song, I loved. It was an interesting listen. So now I'm curious to see what The Knife is. So like I said, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Let me know things about them. Particularly, who are the lesser known members? Who's the bass player? Who's the guitarist? I don't even know, does Peter Gabriel, does he play bass? Is it a like a three-piece? Is it I don't know anything about them other than those two members. So, but if it's a three-piece, then they're doing, God, I'm going to hate myself for saying this. They're doing what Rush was doing before Rush was Rush. So if I'm wrong, please correct me. But Rush is one of my all-time favorite bands. I've listened to every song off of every album. I could line for line do them for you. But this is different. This has an older feel. So let's get into The Knife. Trespass. Genesis. I'm assuming that's the name of the album. Okay, Genesis, The Knife. Oh, and your boy just, gave himself a little tune-up, if you know what I mean. So I'm ready for this. Guitar.
Tell me my life is about to begin. Tell me that I'm a hero. From a smell of your violent dreams, light up your body with anger. Now, in this ugly world, it's time to destroy all this evil. Now, when I give a word, get ready to fight for your freedom. Now, stand up and fight, for you know we are right. We must strike at the lies that will spread like disease through our minds.
Yeah.
Soon we'll have power, every soldier will rest, and we spread out our kindness to all who are left now deserve. Some of you are going to die. Marshals of praise to the freedom of
Engineering is incredible on this.
I'll give you the names of those who must kill. All must die with their children. Carry the heads to the palace of old. Hang them high, let the blood flow. Now in this ugly world, break all the chains around us. Now the crusade has begun. Give us a land into heroes now. Stand up and fight, for you know we are right. We must strike at the lies that have spread like disease through our minds. Soon we'll have power, every soldier will rest, and we'll spread out our kindness to all who our love now deserve. Some of you are going to die. Marshals of praise to the freedom of our good.
Talk about creativity. Talk about creativity. This is not only multi-tempos, multi-time signatures, multi everything. It's just now you're thinking of different ways to say things, and I know like a lot of people do that. Nowadays, the megaphone, the two mics, or like all the different microphones and the effects that you can use. But like back in the day, to think, hey, we're doing an epic song, let's make everything epic. I'm a fan, and it also it's very British as far as like the vocals go. Uh, but there's something endearing about it. There's something that takes you back to this era, and maybe that's on purpose. Maybe it's to bring you back to an era of the UK or England or Britain. I'm sorry if I don't want to offend anybody, uh, but to take you back to that bygone era. But you're doing it also with music, because it could be. I'm straddling. Is this like 68 to 72? It feels like it's right in that pocket of when the decades changed over from when it went from like super hippie music to more experimental stuff. Let me know in the comments, but I'm so loving this. This is awesome. Yeah. Everything I love. I want to get my Dungeons and Dragons out right now. I'm not lying. Did not go where I thought it was going to go. Sorry, just the note changes are like like the times like they could be doing like a nice do and then they change it to like a quarter notes do 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 do. It's so cool. Telling a story with their instruments as well as their voice. How do you write something like this? Thank God it's not over. Sorry to pause it again. I just like part of me when like looking off this way is like, yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's going on, what I'm hearing in my head, but then I just start saying screw it, just enjoy it and go back to the sunlight over here. So that's where I'm gonna stay. So yeah. Nice.
We have
The Knife, Genesis. I don't really have much to say. I pretty much said it throughout the video. I mean, I'm sorry for that, for pausing it. But so interesting. So interesting how you look at music throughout the years. You look back to somebody like Mozart, you know, the classical music on a harpsichord, and the way that they played certain tones. You fast forward to something like this, which in the grand scheme of things isn't that long, but in musical history, it's a long time. And it's very reminiscent of something from the classical era, but every time that you think you're getting used to it, it switches. So it's kind of like, do you remember those choose your own adventure stories? You know, where you're like, you know, if you want to go here, go to page this. If you want to go here, go to page that. That's what it reminds me of. But except for you don't get to choose. They choose for you, and they choose most excellent. Uh, yeah, man. I'm a fan. I'd like to know more about them. I really would. Like I said, the only thing I know is Phil Collins and Peter Gabriel, who I admire both of them deeply, and I'm a fan of both of them. But I don't know anything really Genesis except for the songs that I've done. But I'm really glad I did. The only thing I did know was I watched Top Gear, and Richard, or was it Jeremy Clarkson and James May used to make fun of Richard Hammond because he was a huge Genesis fan, and they'd always throw their tapes out. And I was like, what's the big deal about Genesis? They're just bored people, and they don't understand good music. They want boring stuff. If you want boring, go to the charts. If you want something that will keep your mind involved and literally evoke a time of gone by, and I wasn't kidding when I said I wanted to get my D&D out and start playing. Listen, the next time I play, we're listening to Genesis. Plus, it didn't hurt that I got my mind right. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching 916 Reactions. Like, comment, subscribe. You know,